What's up, Nemechek fans? I'm Josh, and today I am here to talk to you guys about some news regarding the Nemecheks this week. And I'll be doing this frequently, as I said. This is one thing that I'm going to be doing a lot, is talking about weekly news regarding both Joe and John Hunter. This is my first actual serious video talking about some real news here with the Nemecheks. I'm going to start off with this week, John Hunter in his late model events. And he was racing at Cordell Speedway, his first late model events of the season, and he won the Pro Late Model race for the Pro Series, and he came in 10th in the Super Late Model race for the Super Late Model Series. Now, I'm not an expert with asphalt late models, so I don't really know the difference between Pro and Super. I couldn't tell you that, honestly, but still, to get he won the Pro Late Model race, which was his first race of the season overall. And to get the victory in that is a real momentum booster and a good way to start the year for John Hunter. And that was his first win, of course, in a Chevy, his first race in a Chevy. So big accomplishment there for John Hunter, and props to him. Now, from what I saw on Twitter, he made a pass, not in the last lap, but close to it. It was a late race pass. For the lead. He was running second on a restart, and he made a late race pass for the lead. And then I know in the super late model race, which he ended up coming in 10th in, he was actually in second place and made contact with the leader. Just got into him a little bit from what I heard, just a little tap. And they both, and the leader spun out, and John Hunter inherited the lead, but then they sent John Hunter to the rear for the contact. Now, of course, I didn't see this race, so I can't really speculate on that. But my opinion on that, to be honest with you guys, I don't approve of that move by the officials, just from what I've heard. Of course, I can't speculate because I didn't see it. But just from what I heard in motorsports and racing, to a degree, you're supposed to let them have at it a little bit and race. So I don't believe that John Hunter should have been penalized if the contact is what I'm hearing, just a little tap. Just a little love tap, as I like to call it. I don't think that that's any reason to send him to the rear. That's just racing, and that'll happen when you're battling for a win like that, and really for any position in racing. So I was not a fan of what I heard went on there. But nonetheless, that is racing too, and that's the official's discretion. Like I said, I didn't see it, so I can't speculate per se on that. But from what I heard, honestly, he did a really nice job. John Hunter did at Cordell Speedway in his first late model events of the season. Of course, he won a race, so that's great. That's a heck of a way to start out the year for Nemco Motorsports, SWM Nemco Motorsports, that is. So I was very proud of John Hunter when I heard that, and honestly, a little bit of advice for him. About that contact, I just wouldn't worry. You just can't worry about something like that. You just have to brush it off and move on to the next race. There's nothing you can do about it. Obviously, the officials, saw it a different way than us fans are seeing it, or from what I'm hearing. But you can't dwell on it. There's nothing you can do about it now, so you just have to accept it and move on. But still, 10th place is nothing to be ashamed of for the super late model race. A great run for John Hunter as well. He really did a heck of a job at the late model event, his first one of the season at Cordell Speedway. So a win, a 10th place finish, a great start to the year for Nemco, great start in Chevy for Nemco. That's the first news story I've got for you guys. Second one, now this is from Nemco Motorsports, as I do talk to them to get some news and updates for you guys. Joe, for the Daytona 500, nothing is official yet. Nothing's been confirmed as far as a ride goes for Joe. I talked to Nemco, of course, and they can't comment on that yet because they're still working things out. Nothing's been confirmed as far as a Daytona 500 ride for Joe, but it sounds like they're working something out from what I've heard. I can't say for sure, but I honestly really hope he's running the Daytona 500. That would be awesome, attempting it. Even if it's in the 87, as long as he's attempting it, I will definitely be happy about that, and I'm sure you fans will as well. So I definitely want to see that, and I will let you guys know about that if I find anything out, if I get any updates as it gets closer, as the Daytona 500 approaches. The third big news story is related to John Hunter, actually. Now, I think a lot of us did already know this, but it was officially announced via an interview on MRN with Joe and John Hunter that John Hunter will be taking over at the helm of the number 8 truck full time starting July 9th at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Of course, he turns 18 in June, so this is the first track that he'll be eligible to run in his career in the Truck Series. That is 1.25 miles or larger, which is what you have to be 18 years old to run. So John Hunter will be taking over full time in the number 8 truck, starting at Kentucky Motor Speedway on July 9th, which is very exciting news. Like I've been telling you guys, that's one very big headline and exciting thing going into this season. We'll be seeing John Hunter run much more races this year, and when he turns 18, he's going to be taking over the number 8 truck full time. So that's very exciting news. I was really glad to hear that, even though I think we all kind of already knew that or assumed it, but it was officially announced by Joe and John Hunter for an interview with MRN this week, and I actually ended up seeing it on Twitter. And now, finally, the fourth news story of the week, and this was my least favorite, of course, is that I talked to Nemechek, and they said that Joe will not be competing for a championship this year in the Truck Series, despite my tweet. I really wanted him to be competing for a championship this season, and they have not. They cannot say anything at this point about Joe about them possibly fielding a second truck for Joe in the races that John Hunter is in the number 8 truck. They cannot say anything at this point about that. So I'm honestly not sure about that. I can't really say anything because I don't know per se about that. But I will let you guys know if I find anything out about that. I really hope that they're gonna be fielding a second truck for Joe when John Hunter's in the number 8 truck. But I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I really can't say, guys. But like I said, I will keep you informed, and I'll let you know if I find anything out regarding that. But officially, despite my tweet, really wanting it to happen, that was just well wishes from me. Wishful thinking. I really wanted Joe, and I'm sure a lot of you did too, to be competing for the championship this season. But that's not going to be happening. Joe will not be competing for the 2015 Camping World Truck Series title. And I do understand it, to be honest with you, as a fan, because this is a very selfless move on Joe's part. He's trying to get, their focus right now is John Hunter and getting his career going in NASCAR. He's young, and they're trying to get him his chance and his opportunity in NASCAR, which I completely understand as a fan. And I'm all for it. I'm all for getting John Hunter his opportunity. That's the number one priority right now, and it makes sense. And that's why I'm a big Nemechek fan. I respect Joe because he's doing the right thing by focusing on his son and his son's career and doing what's best for that right now. And we got to be thankful as fans, I think, because we're still going to get to see Joe run some races this year in the Truck Series. So that's better than nothing. We got to be thankful for that, and we got to understand this as fans. I think that this is the right move by Joe. Despite a lot of us, I'm sure, myself included, being disappointed that we won't be seeing him compete for the championship this year, this is the right move by Joe and Nemechek Motorsports. So again, guys, Joe will not be competing for the 2015 Truck Series title. And like I said, John Hunter, starting Kentucky Speedway on July 9th, will be taking over behind the wheel of the number 8 truck full-time for the rest of this season. So those are the big storylines for the week, guys, regarding the Nemecheks. Of course, like I said, the one that, I'm sure we're definitely all proud of, John Hunter getting the Pro Series late model win at Cordell Speedway and a 10th place finish in the Super Late Model event. Well, that's it, guys, for your weekly Nemechek news. And if I find anything out about any of these storylines, like I said, whether it be the Daytona 500 one or, anything else, whether it be about, here's the other one, about them possibly fielding a second truck for Joe whenever John Hunter's behind the wheel of the number 8, I will be sure to let you guys know that if I find anything out about that, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, or a YouTube video. And I'll also have the Daytona Truck Series race preview up soon for Joe. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the YouTube, of course, and have a great day.